like for some reason, like everyone at the show thought I was Jerry Pastorino. Like one guy offered me a fishing reel for a free spot on the monger. Another guy like grabbed my shoulder and said like, "Hey, Cap, we're going to pop a picture up of me and Pastorino next to each other." I mean, I don't normally look like him, but I guess at the Chris, you said I do look like him at the show.
I mean,
Hello and welcome to episode number 43 of the NJ Multispecies podcast. We have a lot to talk about tonight in a very short time. We're going to start right into the show with the legendary Delaware fisherman Dave Awe, who is here to discuss one of the, I would say it's probably one of the most overlooked fisheries of New Jersey, the Shad Run. It's not paid attention to by that many people.
I don't know about that, but I mean, the tournament for sure is one of the biggest ones anywhere around. I mean, Dave, welcome.
Take over, Dave.
It's great to have you back here.
Absolutely.
Nice to see you.
I'm sorry we started off laughing, but I couldn't stop thinking about last time, and I'm just hoping I don't have to look at your ass again on the podcast.
Yeah, no nudity, Dave.
No.
So, Dave, now you were just talking about this upcoming tournament. Possibly anyone could just catch a $20,000 fish. That sounds crazy. Do you want to explain? I don't know anything about this at all.
I'll tell you from the get-go. For years, for about 29 or 30 years, east of Pennsylvania had a shad tournament called the Forks of the Delaware Tournament. And I think the biggest money payout at that time was like $35,000 for first place. But there was a lot of money missing, if you know what I mean. Okay? A lot of money missing.
You're talking like this was like shady people running this old tournament?
I don't know. I'm just speculating, that's just my thought. But anyway, and they ended up not getting as many entries through the years, and they kind of just they canceled out. So a buddy of mine, his name's Eric Fissler, very good friends of mine. He is the founder and the manager of the Bi-State Shad Tournament. He, if it wasn't for him, this would be non-existent, because this is not a 3-week ordeal. This is a year-round progress to keep this thing afloat. The first year was 40 of us, just to get together and have a little buddy tournament, and I was fortunate enough to win that one. I won $500.
Wait a second, you won the first ever one of these?
Yeah.
He didn't become Dave Awe just doing nothing,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it was 40 of us, Chris, and it wasn't a big fish. It was just a shitty day. I got the biggest one, and I won.
Dave, can I ask you, though, like, I don't know any, I mean, I've caught them on the Delaware River, like, in my kayak. Mostly they're, like, the same cookie cutter size. Is that, like, mostly they're pretty much the same? And then there's one unicorn that's going to win it?
There's usually a couple, 2 or 3 bigger rows that are run with a pack of 100, just ballparking it, and those fish are running, like right now, a 6-pound fish is a nice fish. Back in the late 70s, I caught 9-pound shad. I mean, it was just incredible. You're talking a 20-minute fight on 8-pound test medium action rod. That's all you need. You can do anything you want, fly rod, jigging rod, whatever. It's just it's your own preference. But they are running smaller each year for some reason. I think last year's $20,000 fish was only 5.99 2 or something. It didn't break 6 pounds. The year before, we did have 2 6-pound fish break the for the grand prize. But most of the fish are like, 5 pound 144, 5 pound 141. I mean, they're that close.
And that's all. It's only the females, right? The males are small, or am I back?
Well, usually the bucks, the males are the bucks. They're usually smaller. The females are usually ones with the more weight. I mean, back in the day, the bucks were 6 pounds, but now that's not. We're still waiting for him to come back. We don't know what happened.
How much does it cost to enter this?
Well, the entry fee for the tournament is $45, but just take the whole tournament aside. Forget the tournament. You're also buying a raffle ticket for $45, which entitles you to a shot at a brand new 18-foot G3 center console jet boat with a 9065 jet on the back.
Wow.
You guys been in my boat? This boat's only 2 foot shorter. Okay. And I got the bigger motor, but I had the same boat at one time. I just upsized it so I could put 2 people in the boat at once.
I'd prefer the smaller one after the death ride on your.
Once you learn that river, I'll blindfold you. I'll get you from.
You could probably sell tickets, like an amusement park ride. Just take people for rides for 10-minute horrifying minutes.
If Joe won that boat if Joe won that raffle and won that boat, he'd immediately think that he could do what you do, Dave, and he'd just that day within 20 minutes. He'd fly off of something and just smash the whole thing.
It happens all the time. People buy a jet boat.
It would be on video, though, so that's good.
People buy a jet boat and they think, okay, and no, I see it all the time. The river is nothing to mess with, especially during this tournament. I mean, this tournament is, excuse me, it's 100% legally sanctioned. We have insurance. We have liability insurance. God forbid something would happen to somebody. We have to get permits from permits from the Department of Pennsylvania Fish and Game. We have to get insurance through the town. We have to rent the porta-johns, men's and women's. So there's a lot of money that people don't see going out, okay?
How many boat launches? Like, what's the area?
The area is the whole length of the Delaware River, from down Trenton up to Hancock.
And where do you weigh them in?
The weigh-in station is at the boat ramp at Phillipsburg, New Jersey, right at the Eastern Phillipsburg Bridge.
Kind of right. That's kind of right in the middle of where you just said.
You
right?
It's kind of right in the middle, but see, we were
Can
closing.
You fish from shore, Dave?
I have a lot of times when it's really out of control. I was telling Chris earlier, I've caught them off my people's back porch by their kids' swing set. They come up in there. Well, the closer the water to shore, the clearer it always is for some reason too.
Now, how do you like when we go up to Salmon River now? I mean, we basically know the spots. We're looking for them. If I went shad fishing now, I mean, I know the river somewhat up in the north end. What am I looking for? Am I like looking to see them? Like, because I've seen them swim by when you just see 1,000 of them swim by. Is that what you're looking for?
Nah. Well, you're going to go out there and shad are coming pretty soon. They're here way before people start fishing for them, but the water temperature makes a big difference. If you get 30-degree water temperature, I would say 45. Around 45 degrees, you're going to start getting into fish. I like to see the number hit 55, and that's just my number. 50 and up, anything from, because once it gets up into the high 60s, they're spawning anyway. But there's a lot of different things that go on with these shad. I mean, you say what kind of water to look for. Of course, a crease on an eddy. That's going to be a honey hole, because if a fish are running a lot of current, they're going to pull into a dead dead spot for a while and just get their shit together, Even sometimes at night, they don't run a lot at night. and they'll just stay, and you'll see fish jumping all over the place thinking, what are they, walleye, carpenter, shad, and they're actually shad spawning, but you don't realize it because when they spawn, they do the, knock out of the water and stuff like that. But I fish in an area of the river where it's just a little valley, and the middle of the river is 8 foot deep. So there's really not a channel per se to get into. So I'll just bump back and forth till I get a hit, and I'll stay there, and I'll just keep doing that. Sometimes it could not be fished for miles downriver from me. I've sat there all day doing the tournament without a bite. I've sat there doing the tournament and caught over 250. That's 6 rods, 2 guys, and them kind of days kind of suck too, because I like to crack a beer and take a break, but you don't get a chance. But
now, can I ask? Like, I have my boat. I have it set up to troll with the planer boards, downriggers. I've seen videos where guys, they'll either anchor up or spot lock right in the current. They'll put like flutter spoons right down on the downriggers and just let them float out there. And then crazy, they'll actually clip planer boards on and send lines out the side. The only reason, like, if I did that and that board unclipped somehow, like Chris usually does, because he lost one of mine already, it would just float down the river. There's no chance of getting it back.
Well,
just come off anchor and go get it.
No.
Downriggers are used by many people. I personally never touched a downrigger other than being out with the tie man, and he did all the work anyway. Good old Chuck, I've never done it. I've never run planer boards except with Chuck. Downriggers are a big thing with a lot of shad fishermen. People who call themselves shad pros. That's so are you, and so am I, and so is Emma. That's how it goes when it comes to shad fishing.
Tell me how I would do it, because I would do it. So I clip. Let's say I let a flutter spoon back 70 feet, and then I just clip it to my ball and drop the ball to the bottom.
Well, whatever length I don't even know how you run a downrigger, to be honest with you, Joe. You run
it's just a heavy ball clipped to the line.
I know, but how far back you want to run your spoons depends on you from your ball, But a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys do. Planer boards, not so much, because that time of the year down here, a lot of boat traffic. And there could be a guy not really looking for a guy fishing with planer boards, and you know what can happen there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I had a planer board in front of me one day. The guy was fishing off the tree with a planer board, and I only have one spot to go, and there it was. Well, I turned around and went back. We had a chat. But anyway.
You got a free planer board.
No, I told him next time I will, though. Next time I would have.
So, okay, So you're finding the spot, either marking the shad or you're going to a spot that you're familiar with, and you're anchoring, or you're using your spot lock with the board?
I fish too fast to current for the spot lock.
Okay, so
you're now. What does he mean he fishes? He just told us the slow back eddies. Now he's telling me he fishes the fast water.
I'm telling you the area. I said the slow back eddies where the creases are. Yes, I'll fish all of them. But I've been fishing the same area every year in Brainerd, New Jersey, and it's just a bowl. And there's no back eddies, rushing water. That's where I grew up with my father, and I just don't want to leave that spot. There could be, like down where Eric fishes, Eric will get 300 or 400 shad before I get 50, and he's only down in Riversville where we were that night. He just gets on him, and he just... I can't catch them like him. I can't catch them like other people.
You just said before you don't want to. You don't want to catch too many at the same time. You rather relax and have a beer. That's why you're going to that spot.
You know what I do? I actually go very heavy for shad. I got a heavier spoon. I don't know if you can see this. Where the hell? See, these here are almost like an ocean hook. That there, what do you think that their spoon's called?
Wonder Bread.
You damn right. That's Wonder Bread. And then I had
That's not a regular shad flutter spoon?
Yeah, it was just painted as Wonder Bread. And then what does that look like?
Ladybug.
No, this was one of my originals. I never painted it, but I asked the guy. It's a lanternfly.
Oh yeah,
that's the lanternfly.
I got it right, so I win. I win one of those.
Now, Dave, what about the dog? You constantly hear
wait. This is my personal. This is my preference. It's orange and black, and it's got a. I can't find the damn screen. Where the hell's mirror? Back it up. And it's got a silver hammered backhead on it.
Yep, I see it.
And I use these clips. Can you see that little clip?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, we see it.
Now I see your fingernail, but I saw it before. Yeah,
there it is. Yeah.
There, the little clips.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Clips. Very, very important with them. When I get to the next thing, snap clips, very important. Okay, well, go ahead. What else you want to know?
Does any bait go on that, or
no? I mean,
they just eat that hook.
They hit it out of aggravation. Sometimes they do gut it, just poof. They just swipe at it. You'll get 4 or 5 whacks, and pretty soon one will stay on. Then it'll get off, and then you get another one on. It's just when they're coming, they're coming. It's a ball, especially with.
But how do you fish that? Like you just cast it out and do what with it? Reel it in, or you work it along the bottom?
Well, bank fishermen have to do a lot of work. Chris well knows. I guess you bank fish for shad already, right, Chris?
Yeah. So I've bank fished for them, and I mean I've made it pretty clear plenty of times that I'm not a huge fan of fishing from shore. I feel trapped, whatever. When I would shad fish from shore, it's like Dave said, I don't know. It was a lot of work. It was a hassle. There was a lot of snagging involved.
Yeah, sure is.
And I'm sure there's a couple of ways to rig it up, but whoever, I think my buddy Mike showed me, I think, or Jim, and I did it how they told me. I had an egg sinker with a swivel and then a leader to the flutter spoon, and I'd whip it up current, and then I'd let it sink as it'd come down, and then I'd reel it across as deep as I thought they were, and I'd adjust it. I'd let it sink a little more, or I'd let it sink a little less until I got a hit, and I'd catch them here and there, but I'd snag and lose my shit more often than anything else.
That's the downfall of fishing off the bank. You can't do that without getting hung up. Where boat is hands free. We're all allowed 3 rods, so I usually don't fish. I usually fish 2 guys in a tournament because I'm a little bit more serious. I always fish by myself till I got the bigger boat. I don't trust my net men. Sometimes the nets come off, and I'm sure we've all had that happen once in a while. So
I saw that happen. I saw that happen with Joe.
Dave, what about the darts? I always hear about the darts. Shad darts. You got to have shad darts.
Well, shad darts right here. Oh, I don't have it right here. I'm not a big shad dart. I'm not a big dart fan. Actually, I use 0 darts, but like this is your typical shad dart.
And that's not going to do much in the current just sitting there fishing off the boat, whereas the flutter spoon is going to constantly be flopping back and forth.
Yeah,
I would imagine the shad dart is not going to be that popular with anyone.
Most of the guys hold the rod and they bounce it a little bit, jig it, bounce it, jig it. It's nice to have the rod in your hand when the fish gets hooked, but
yeah.
Or slow retrieve, or just sitting there too, because shad comes by, sees it, it's going to swipe at it. I've caught many through the years with darts just sitting in the water vacant. Or I would take these off. I would take the tinsel tail off and put a lot of little tiny Mr. Twisters, little ones,
Yeah.
They work on the back of that too. They work on
so
the back too.
These are giant bait fish, and if you're in the right spot with something, you have a chance. It seems like
anybody. That's what people don't understand, guys. Anybody can catch the winning fish. Like a few years back, some guy had an hour to fish one The first half hour of the tournament, he caught the winning fish. It lasted all 4 days. Young kids have gotten big fish. Guy last year broke down. He had 3 different incidences. Ended up fishing right in front of the Pereira boat ramp, and he got a 6-pound something and won it. But his only fish of the week. So it's just the shad pros still go out there. They'll catch 200-300 a day. They will. Up where I fish, further upriver, I've caught 100 a few times, but a 50-60 fish day is good for me. You know what I'm saying? It's very good for me.
I've always wanted to try it. I wasn't that big of a fan of it for fishing from the shore, like I said, but I've always wondered I always thought, from a boat, this is probably pretty cool.
It's very, like I said, you go out there. I anchor. I got a good anchor. I only use for the shad tournament because once that's the big boat, and once I catch, boom, I'm there. And I'll throw what I throw. Okay, right here's the KVD 2.5 square bill. Where the hell is it?
Hold it up. There you go.
The square bill 2.5.
Oh, so it's not a deep diving lure.
Nah, 2.5. I got 2.5, and then I also got a KVD with the big bill on it. That's a 25-foot diver. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then I got this is a KVD with the bigger swivel. That's 6 foot. I'm fishing.
I was gonna say when Joe was asking about the downriggers, I knew you had a different way of doing it, and this is the way, right? Instead of a downrigger.
No, this isn't the way I do the downrigger.
No, I'm saying, well, Joe said that if he put the downrigger on and attach the spoon off the back, but what you're doing with those crankbaits is the same effect. It's bringing it down to that depth and then hanging it off the back, right?
Okay. I just got a 2.5. This is probably going to run 4 foot in a swift current. I'll tie my main line to my rod to the front of the pole. Okay, I use 10. A lot of guys use 6 and 8. I use 10 because if it's a smaller fish and I know it, I'll ski him across the top of the water and flip him in the boat. Everybody else nets the fish. And then you take the bottom treble hook off of it.
Yeah.
They unscrew, take that off, and you leave the eye on the back. Where the hell is it? And then from the back of this, so you got your main line coming off your bill to your rod.
Yep.
Off the back of this, I'll always run a fluorocarbon. I use the Invis XC guard. For some reason, I like it. 10-pound test, 3 to 4 foot. 3 to 4 foot fluorocarbon off the back of that. And then on the back of that 3 or 4 foot of fluorocarbon, I got this flutter spoon with the clip, like I showed you before. Because anytime you want to change color, you don't have to change a knot. I change my knots at the end every day anyway, because it's a $20,000 fish I could have on. Okay?
Yeah.
But
take a couple of seconds to retie the knot.
Most of my water is 6 to 8 foot, so these are primarily the divers that I got. Now, my 3-way rig is on a downrigger, Joe. I don't have anything here right now, but just a regular 3-way swivel. 3-way swivel, main line right to the pole at 1. You take your other eye to swivel, and you put a drop line. I usually go about 18 inches with a weight. I've used up to 8 ounces already when the river was high and I'm fishing up against the bank, but usually a 3-ounce weight sufficient. And then off the other one, I'll run a 4-foot leader. So now I got my swivel, I got my 3-way, I got my 4-foot leader going out. I got an 18-inch drop with the 6-ounce, 5-ounce, whatever weight. I'll just stand in the back of the boat. I'll drop it down, and I'll just let it bounce back a little bit. Put it in. Boom. Your sinker's on the bottom. Your flutter spoon is 18 inches above the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
That's basically the poor man's downrigger.
101%. That's what I just said.
I started trolling like that, but with an 8-ounce sinker.
Yep. Yeah, I played around like that with kind of Lindy rigs with walleyes years ago, but similar to that, but it's all stationary. And then once you put your crankbaits out there, another thing too is a lot of guys just run about 80% of them run just regular ball bearing swivel to the main line, and then 5-6 split shots according to. Once you start getting stuck, you take one off, and just like that, sit out there with a flutter spoon. But the flutter spoon will go like this. But when you put it on this, that flutter spoon, you know how this plug will go all over the place. And that flutter spoon's covering, I don't know, maybe 3-4 foot swath. Whereas with the straight line, you call it a flat line, just split shots. They sell inline weights too. You might have seen them. They're little pencil-shaped weights with a chain on both ends.
Yeah.
A lot of guys use them. A lot of bank fishermen went to them, but they're very productive too.
So now, are the shad aren't always near the bottom though? You need to kind of put a spread up and down.
No, it depends. It depends. Sometimes sunny days they'll be on the bottom. Sometimes sunny days will be on the top. You have to find them. It's easier to find in a boat because all fish different depths. And once you throw your rod out, once you throw a crankbait out or a three-way or whatever, I just stick my rod in the rod holders. Boom. Because they're out there and my rods are going like that from the crankbait pulling down on it. Or just laying there, and you keep an eye on your rod tips. A lot of times you get the brain stuff. You can tell if you're loading up. You can keep them clean. You want your spoon clean. I mean, one little smidge of leaf. It's funny how such a small thing will keep a fish from hitting.
Yeah, it just squashes all the action in it.
Yeah, it takes away from the action, and it's just not a natural thing there. But
so I mean, these fish are. This isn't like any other kind of fishing. These fish aren't coming up and hunting, and you're not replicating like a bait that they're eating, right? These are like filter feeders. They're just coming up.
They are filter feeder. They're just coming up for the migration. That's it. We're lucky the last 2 years, the Delaware River shad fishermen's thing. They do surveys and stuff, and the reports from the returns and everything are pretty good. They're pretty good. So they're going to keep it like the way it is now. I'm not even sure of the limit. I think it's a 2-fish limit in New Jersey, if I'm not sure.
Oh, was it 2? It was 3 at one point, but I don't know. I didn't look at it recently.
Well, years ago, it was unlimited back in the 70s,
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about like 10 years ago. I think it was 3, but I'm not sure about right now.
So, Dave, if I want to enter this, what do I have to do?
Well, the website you would go to would be Bi-State Shad Fishing Contest.
You want me to put the shirt?
Well, there you go, right at the bottom. Stand up 2 more inches, Chris. Okay, Bi-State.
He's on his tippy toes already.
Yeah. Okay, but Bi-State Shad Fishing Contest.com, that takes you to the website. You can get on. You can enter online on the website.
And is that open right now or not yet?
Oh, we're accepting applications anytime. He'll take applications anytime. I mean, the tournament itself this year, the first day you can fish is April 25th, Thursday, 26th, 27th, 28th. It's only a 4-day tournament.
Okay. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay.
Right. And you can fish 24/7. There's can't fish after dark because once the sun goes down, if you can catch a shad, well, let me know how. I'll be out there with you.
What about a glow? How about a glowing flutter spoon?
Oh, no. Years ago, we put generators in boats and put floodlights out the back.
It didn't work.
Dave, I'm not paying attention to Dave. I'm not paying attention to most of this because I'm just planning to go shad fishing with you. So.
Well, I gotta
give him the bad news, Dave. He's not invited.
I'm depending on you, Dave.
I already kind of gave you an invite for the Flathead tournament, and
you're out.
You know, I mean, I got people I've been fishing with around here for a long time. It kind of depends.
What is he trying to say?
He's trying to be nice about it, but you're not invited.
All right, I don't care about this tournament. I just want to go shad fishing with you. Is that cool?
Oh, absolutely. I'll take you
Okay.
guys out shad fishing anytime.
But I'll
All
tell
right.
you what.
I actually got a spot. I'm lucky enough to keep my spot down I keep my boat right in the river during them couple of weeks because there's another couple of small tournaments later on. Just small tournaments like 1,500 and 250, something like that. But like this, the money in this tournament, the only big discrepancy is the grand prize for the biggest fish is 20K. Okay, well, that's where, you know, if anybody said that's not a lot, well, you got something wrong with them. But it drops from 20K to 3,000. Okay, and it goes from 3,000 to 25, and then 13.
Second place. Sorry, second place is that 3,000.
Second was 3,000 or 3,500. I'm not sure, but everything keeps dropping $50. Then, like 1,350, 1,300, 1,250,
and they pay out to what placement?
10th place.
Oh wow.
10th place is $1,000. Okay. But they also pay 4 daily prizes. 4 daily prizes. Now, a lot of these guys that are going to be in the top 10 are also going to be in the daily, but some days, none of the top 10 fish are caught on a certain day. And, you know, and the daily prizes aren't much. Let's see what the daily prizes are: 250, 200, 150 daily.
And that's for the biggest fish turned in that specific day.
That day.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. And then so I got some notes here. Okay. We have a children's division, 11 and under and 12 to 15. But the parent would have to sign a waiver, okay? Because like I said, this is a completely sanctioned 101%. Nobody's going to get no red flags in this tournament. So we have, like I said, we have the children's division.
And they have a different entry fee and different prizes,
Yes. Children's entry fee is $25. Yes. Wait, 15 and under is $25. Yes. Absolutely.
And what are they competing for?
20 grand.
Oh, is that the same prize or do they get a separate 20 grand prize?
Oh, if they were to, okay, now any of the kids, if they were to win in the top 10, the 20, they're ineligible for any other winnings. Okay. Normally that doesn't happen, but like last year, I forget the kids, but I mean the kids' prizes are like 300, 200, and 100. First, second, third for 11 and under, and then first, second, and third for 12 to 15. After you're 15, you need a license, so you're paying the full $45 entry fee. But then, you know, like I said, I mean, just there's so many people that enter this contest that never even fished. Only just to say, hey, nice boat. Here's $45. Give me your application.
I was gonna ask you. I bet you some people just treat it like a raffle. Why not? $45 raffle ticket.
I mean, $50 raffle for $25,000 boat with only 1,000 people. It ain't too bad, Chris. You know.
Is that the number you generally get? Somewhere around 1,000.
Last year was 1,022.
Now, like the river, it's a big river. There's a lot of space, but that's a lot of people. Is it crowded? I mean, you're not going to be fishing by yourself anywhere. There's no secret spots. I mean, I got to imagine
secret spots, but there's spots that don't get fished. Remember, that fish ain't staying by these people. I might be over 100 fish, and then 4 hours later, the guy 4 miles up the river is catching the same fish I was, you know? And there could be lulls in times where there's nothing even out there. But like I said, I had really bad days. I've had really bad days. I've had really good days. Usually I have average days, 30, 40, 50. You know?
Okay, I'm in, Dave. I'll be there. No problem.
I mean,
just let me know the day. Give me some notice.
You know, I can get you guys out there a day or two, a couple times out before the tournament, you know.
What else, Dave? What else?
I gotta be honest.
How are you feeling?
Well, a couple other things about the tournament, though. We have other bonuses too, because the money's spread out. Okay, we have a senior bonus for seniors 65 to 74, and we also have a senior bonus for seniors 75 and over. We also have the veterans bonus prize. So the oldest man to weigh in the biggest fish, whether it's in the top 10, whether it's in the four daily, he's going to win $200, whatever. We have 3 women's divisions. We have a women's divisions with 3 payouts: first, second, and third. Okay, I think they're like 5, 3, and 250. I'm not sure. Let's see.
So these are all like kind of side Calcuttas, I guess they call it. They call them Calcuttas. What do they call them? Like, they're like side.
Yeah, it's called a
payout.
That's a saltwater term, but yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but they're not paying you Calcutta. You got to pay to play in the Calcutta. You know what I mean?
This is all included.
This is all just for that $45 entry fee. They're not paying any extra money to benefit for, you know.
Dave,
I get it.
Dave, how are you feeling?
Tired right now. I had to set my alarm. I had radiation 3 o'clock this afternoon. So,
we're all pulling for you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I'll be okay. I'm gonna be away for a while. You know, I'm going down to Sloan for my CAR T-cell blood transfusion, and that's going to take. I'm really hoping to be back home within a month. But you know, hopefully without any bad reactions, I can be back home in a month, and then I'll be good, more than good to go for the Shad tournament. You know.
All right. Well, we're all going to be rooting for you, and you know, you're going to have a good month, and you'll be back home, and we'll be shad fishing.
Okay.
And really appreciate you coming on here.
No problem. No problem. I mean, I'll definitely go out there and. You'll see. It's so simple. It really is. I mean,
I was going to say, yeah, like just from listening to you talk about it and explain it, and I'd heard some of that stuff before here and there, but I never really looked into it. And just from hearing you explain it in some detail, I'm pretty comfortable. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll go out there and fail miserably, but in my mind, just from listening to you, I feel like I could go out there with my boat. I know a couple spots were in my head. I feel like they should hold up.
Absolutely.
And I just set up there and put that stuff out like how you said. And I don't know. I feel like I got confidence just from that.
It sounds fun.
You know, it's no special bait. As long as that lure is in the water working, you're not on the bottom, you're good. You know, I mean, the old commercial, so simple the caveman can do it. Well, this is so simple, Joe can even do it. So
we'll see about that.
Dave, thank you so much for coming on. Okay, and if you need anything from us at all, you know you can always call, and we hope that you are back home as soon as possible.
All right, man. Thank you so much, guys. I love you both. You're great people.
I love you too, Dave. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we love you, Dave.
Guys. Take care, man.
Take care, man.
Take care, Dave.
Yes. So, I'll just so everyone. What was that?
I didn't think he would figure out how to turn it off, but he did. I'm shocked.
Oh. I was going to say, Deuce just had to kick him. He couldn't shut it off.
He would have been there.
That's all right. Anyway, it's a little early, right, for the Shad contest. Isn't for a couple of months still, but we wanted to get Dave on here and have him explain everything and go through all that, just so we don't have to bother him while he's doing the special treatment and stuff. And then we'll re-release or repost or remind everyone when it gets closer in to that time when that Shad contest is coming up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm dead serious. I feel pretty confident.
I do too now. I've caught a lot
Good
of
for
them out
you.
of my kayak, just on like, I was out there doing other stuff and saw a ton of them, and I just like threw a Castmaster and I was able to catch them, but I never like actually went fishing for them. It sounds cool. And I
Yeah.
do have the downriggers and all that shit, so.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much if you get one of those small lures moving around doing something close enough to them, I mean, you got a shot. And I mean, it's pretty cool. It's just a big bait fish, man. It's like you're paying $45, you're going into the tournament, and I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that really anyone can win it, and it's happened. It happens all the time, apparently.
Oh, anybody could win it. All right, moving on to news before we bring Eddie on. We fished all day Saturday. We met Jen Wan in the morning.
I don't want to talk about this.
I don't even want to talk about it either, but he caught a real nice fish from shore. We didn't. We both got skunked. We then moved on to another spot that John Gabagula told me to go to, got skunked there. And then we hit a trout spot until dark and got skunked there. So that was just Saturday was a complete skunk.
I don't know what the hell was going on, man. It was just like nothing we did worked, and it just I don't know. I wasn't feeling. You know what? I'm not feeling it. I should be ice fishing right now, and I'm still pissed off. I'm going upstate New York for the foreseeable future. It
is going to be 60 degrees tomorrow. Moving on from that, Sunday, I don't know what you even did Sunday. I went to the show in Hasbrook Heights. Now, I thought that this show was actually like, I thought it was going to be a fairly small event. I went there just to see Frank's Blackfish presentation. It turned out I walked in through the door. I paid $5 to get in, and the show was like pretty big. Like, I was like, oh my God, like this show is pretty big. I saw Toggy Time Jigs there. I got to talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
I got to see Frank's seminar. But then the funniest thing, Nor'easter was there, the Nor'easter clothing apparel. So I got to meet John finally, who owns Nor'easter, who I've talked to a few times on Facebook, but never actually met. And he had a fishmonger hoodie for sale. So I bought it. I bought this fishmonger hoodie. Okay. So I was wearing my glasses, which I usually don't, but like I've had my contacts in too much, so now I got glasses on. So like I wore glasses to the show and like just like tried to stay out of view of anyone. And like for some reason, like everyone at the show thought I was Jerry Pastorino. Like one guy offered me a fishing reel for a free spot on the monger. Another guy like grabbed my shoulder and said like, "Hey, Cap, we're going to pop a picture up of me and Pastorino next to each other." I mean, I don't normally look like him, but I guess at the Chris, you said I do look like him at the show.
I mean, with the glasses, I guess. I mean, I think he's a little bit taller than you, but other than that, yeah, you guys look pretty similar.
All right. Deuce is going to pop the picture up of me and Pastorino. Tell us what you think, why people are mistaking us. He wishes he looked like me.
Well, I was going to say you should have just went with that because that's probably the most important you'll ever be in your life.
I was well, the first guy that like touched my arm and said something, and I was like, I thought he's like recognizing me because of the podcast, but he ended the sentence with like Cap. He called me Cap. And I'm saying in my head, why the hell would he call me Captain? And then I'm like, then somebody else said it, and then I'm holding a fishmonger hoodie. Then someone on Facebook said it, like, that looks like a young Joe Zagorski and Jerry Pastorino. I was like, oh, all right, look at the picture. Tell us what you think. I think it's funny. Whatever. It was a fun day. Frank's presentation was awesome. He basically taught me, like, from the beginning of how to bribe captains with Sicilian pizzas to the last step of landing a monster tog. Everything, start to finish.
Do you think you can do better this season than you did because you listened to it?
Well, I have to do the bribe thing. Like, I got to start bribing these guys, you know? And that's what we're doing. You know, I'm buying fishmonger hoodies and shit. I'm pretending to be Pastorino at the show, so maybe I'll get on there. You never know.
All right, well, we'll see.
All right, is Eddie ready yet?
Eddie is having a problem, so let's break real quick and see if we can get him in here.
Okay, so now we have Mr. Fast Edward Payne here to talk about what could be possibly the biggest multi-species contest New Jersey's ever seen. Eddie, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
What's up, Fast Eddie?
The computer thing's gotta go, Joe.
Yeah, okay, look. You've
set the record of the longest it's taken any guest to ever get in the Skype.
I'm a carpenter.
In 44 episodes.
I'm a carpenter.
Eddie, there's no excuse, dude. I had a flip phone a couple months ago. It just took 30 minutes for you to get on this call. What's going on?
I haven't touched this laptop since the last time we spoke here. So, I mean, I don't want to touch this thing. I hate it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. All right, so just so no one's confused, this is a totally different contest than the Shad contest we were talking about, all right? This is a multi-species super contest, paper contest, bump board contest, catch and release contest, whatever you want to call it, running through njfishing.com.
All right.
Eddie is spearheading it. He's here to give us the down low on it. Let's hear it.
All right. Contest is open to all New Jersey anglers as long as they are members of NewJerseyFishing.com.
And that is free. That is free to get a screen name there. All you got to do is follow the directions.
You just got to email Jerry. Jerry's been going through a lot lately. Give him time. He will get you in. It's hard to keep up with the emails when you have spam emails, etc. in your email. He's got to go through everybody and get them entered. He will do it.
Yeah, he does it all manually so that there's no like bots getting in there and putting spam on his forum and stuff. So give it a couple of days after you send the email through the instructions, but it's all there on the site. We linked everything. I think Joe made a video explaining it too.
Yes.
It's all out there. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to Eddie too, or Joe or I, or whatever. Mikey K.
Right. Mikey K. Yep.
All right. So once someone is a member of njfishing.com, because that's where the contest is going to run from. That's where it's going to be kept track of. That's where the entries are going to go into, and that's where the leaderboard's going to be and all that. Correct?
Yep. All updates, entries, donated prizes, which I updated tonight. We're up to 22 entries already. We have quite a few donated prizes. Biggest one, we're going to have to spin the wheel at the start of the contest because Mikey K and the Drift Boat have donated a prize of a $500 value for a drift float trip on the Delaware River for either smallies, muskie, or the Passaic River for pike for the month of August.
That's cool.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool to me.
For two people. This is free. This is a donation. Everybody that enters the contest needs to be on that wheel because this spin needs to go down the first week the contest starts. This is just to get,
So this is just a complete bonus prize. Has nothing to do with the competition of the contest or what fish you catch. Everyone who's entered in the contest, you're saying, gets in this drawing.
Correct.
And we'll spin the random wheel, and whoever's number comes up.
And it's $25 to enter for the entire 6 months. Someone asked me if it's $25 a month. It's not. It's $25 for the entire duration of the contest, and you just have to zell it to Ed.
Yeah, I just want to keep people fishing. I don't care who you are. I mean, you could be driving home from work, stop at a pond, catch a 6-pound largemouth that's 22 inches long, and that could win. That particular category, you know what I'm saying?
So, and just to be clear, it's also not $25 per species. It's $25 period. And I think Eddie, I saw a couple of guys. I don't have Zelle. I don't have any of that stuff. You could set up something with Eddie. He'll meet up with you, and you could pay him cash, whatever. I'm assuming, right? I mean,
I'm all over the place.
I've always
a couple guys this weekend. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm all over the place anyway.
Yeah, now, and you've done these contests before, and you always figure out a way. Guys get it to you one way or the other. You always work with them.
Right.
The tournament itself is opening up with 7 species. There's kind of like rumors in the background that if there's more, enough entries and enough prize money, more species could be added.
Correct.
All right, so
now we need a lot more guys.
So we need people to get in this now. If you're planning on getting in on this, which I think a lot of people are, don't wait till the last minute. Please just sign up for this. The more people that come, the quicker they do come, the better the prizes will get, and more species will get added.
Now, hold on. Someone mentioned this. I don't remember if it was Eddie or Joe or Mikey, but so I think, Joe, you said something about what if we, try to make it clear to people that the sooner they enter in, the better this contest is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Check with Mikey K. What if we spun the wheel for his donated prize a week before the contest started so that no one waits till the last second to get in on the contest because they'll miss that drawing?
Phenomenal idea. I love it.
So if
it wasn't my idea, but I don't remember who said it. Was it you, Joe?
If you want to win the trip with Mike K, you have to be in a week early. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
then we'll know, we'll have a better number until, because I know guys are going to wait till the last possible second to jump in, and then it's going to be too late to add more species or update the prize pot or whatever,
Right. It's an 8-hour float trip on one of the most amazing drift boats that New Jersey has to offer.
That thing's
I think it's the only one,
gorgeous.
isn't it? There is
I don't know who else even does that.
Another one, but not the colors they picked, and they just redid the inside, the boards on top, the seat.
No, it's a gorgeous boat. I haven't even seen it in person. It's just gorgeous.
So you have to ask Eddie about this before because you see how he feels about it, because you can't just make this a rule without him. Eddie, is this what you want to do now?
Right now? Do you want to do that?
I mean, I'm all for it as long as it gets guys signed up early and I can get a better tally of the money right now. As of right at 22 guys at $25 per person plus my $125. So it's early.
You could also
right now.
You could also do the drawing like he said right at the beginning, but everyone that was signed up within the first 2 weeks gets 2 spots on the wheel. And everyone after that only gets 1 spot on the wheel. You could do that too. Just anything to drive people to move sooner.
Let's just call it this. We'll say we're gonna do some kind of bonus for early entries, whether it be one of those 2 reasons or we come up with something else. How about that?
Okay.
There will be some kind. There'll be some kind of bonus for you getting your entry in sooner than later.
Just sign up. Signing up early will make everything so much better. Just get it done.
I'll drive around the whole state from Cape May to Sussex County just to get your $25. I don't care. Gas is cheap. It's fine.
Dude, Eddie loves running these contests. I don't know why. It sounds like, I would just get frustrated dealing with all these people, but Eddie loves it.
Yeah, it's a turn on. I don't know. I'm a psycho. It happens.
All right, so basics for this contest. Do you have the 7 species in front of you that are the current 7 species that people are going to be competing?
Can I try to guess them? Can I guess them?
Can I just name them and you not like?
Yeah, I want Eddie to name them.
All right, let's go.
Category 1, largemouth, smallmouth. Category 2, perch, crappie. Category 3, pike. Category 4, trout, including rainbows and browns.
He's reading it off, son. He's cheating.
No, the Hunger Games are on, and if the real
okay, he's watching TV.
Happy. Anyway.
Can we concentrate on what we're doing?
Number 5?
Yeah.
5, yes.
6, flathead catfish for my river people that are dedicated to the craft. There is nothing better. Number
Was that 6 or...
Oh God, you guys are breaking my concentration.
You know, Hunger Games is breaking your concentration.
He's watching television.
7 was hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ, you guys are killing me. I'm killing my.
Should have just let me guess.
You could guess, Joe. Guess now.
I don't know. I don't even remember what he said already.
I know, right? It's confusing. The hybrid strike.
Oh, the hybrid.
For our friends on Lake Hapakon, the winning fish is going to come from Hapakon.
What, you don't think anyone can win it from spruce?
I've never seen a 28 out of spruce. Never in my life.
Oh, I've never personally seen one that big in Hapakon. I fished it a long time. I mean, it's not like they're a dime a dozen.
It's not, but Eddie Mackin sent me a picture of one. It was close, right on the edge of 28, and that was last year.
Well, I mean, I think anything can happen, but I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Right.
All right. So for $25, you're competing for as many or as few of the categories as you want. I know some guys. I know Dave All wanted to get into this contest too. He's going to pay the $25 entry fee, and he is only going to fish for flathead catfish.
Good man.
Dave texted me today and asked me if I knew where you could get an 80-inch bump board. I was like, I have no idea.
80-inch. I already sent him the information for.
80.
He's looking for a bump board.
I sent him
50-pounder.
You can get a 60-inch folding bump board. You know, I don't think any of the local shops carry them yet. Hopefully, maybe they will. But like, you know, Shields or whatever, Rapala makes a folding bump board that opens up to 60 inches.
What?
Eddie, can you explain now the wheel? You guys are going to give away monthly raffle prizes to everyone that's in this, and it doesn't cost anything extra, right?
So we got some prizes donated already. The top leaders of each month will spin the wheel for them to get a prize for their effort, you know, in being the leader for that month. So far, I have a fillet and release custom wooden cutting board from Big Mikey K's dad.
Okay.
Eddie Mackin's Ripping Lips. He's got a T-shirt and some lures he's thrown in. We got T&M lures donation.
The power box. We got another power box.
Power box is going to be a big prize because that's a value of over like $150.
I have one. You want to see it? It's right here.
No, Joe, stop going off topic.
I'm just saying that prize is awesome.
Chris Lido Gambler donated passes to go fish the salt. So already,
nice. And we literally just started like putting this out there
3 days ago.
Yeah, we just started. We got, you got the 22 entries already. I got a bunch of guys saying that they emailed njfishing.com. They emailed Jerry and they're just waiting for him to go through the emails. So that, that's going to jump up. Once Jerry gets to those, I think that's going to jump up over 30 easily.
Right.
And
Jerry,
then at that point, you're looking at already just well over $100 per species for first place categories.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like Eddie just said, every month, whoever's, leading each category will have their name on that wheel spin, and we're going to give away all these donated prizes. And there's only going to be more and more.
Yeah.
You guys saw what happened with the Christmas party. We had so many prizes. We were just,
just
launching T-shirts and shit. It's crazy.
Eddie, another question a lot of people have asked, you can win multiple categories, if not all of them, if you wanted to, if you could.
If you're the GOAT, if you go for that many fish, yeah.
And also, potentially, if you catch a big fish in the first month and that fish remains the leader for the duration of the tournament, you'll be on every raffle wheel for the whole thing, correct? Because
Right.
you'll be the leader every month.
You're the leader. If you're the leader in that largemouth, smallmouth category, because you hit a 22-inch smallmouth out of the Raritan or a largemouth out of a weird pond.
This is going to get nuts.
in
So
it.
if you lead in 2 categories, would you be on the wheel 2 times
Yeah.
when the wheel spins?
I would say yes.
Yeah. Well, basically, we're going to spin the wheel, and it's just going to the wheel's just going to be numbered, and it's going to be each category. However we do it. I don't know if you
Leaders.
decided yet. First and second, or first, second, and third, or whatever for each one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going all the way down. So wherever, if your name is on the first place of this species and the second place of this species, and that's how we do it, then you've got your name on there multiple times. You got a bit higher chance of winning.
Correct.
Do you know the answer to that yet, Eddie? Is it going to be just the first place holders on the wheel, or is it going to be the first, second, and third? On the who gets on the wheel for leader?
Depends on the donated smaller prizes, which are still pretty cool. We got Captain Jerry Z. He got the real deal NJF T-shirts coming. So you could be given a T-shirt. We got, I believe, Lori from Dow's. I mean, if she gives a couple Prism Bombers and you're a night angler on Hapak, Kong, Spruce, whatever, you throw a bomber in a tree, you win it in a raffle. Kind of makes up for it. It's they don't have to be big prizes.
No, these are all. It's just to keep it fun, keep it interesting,
Right.
month to month. We got all these,
And just so no one's confused, everything we've talked about is all included with just that $25. This is all one time. That's it.
Yeah. Real quick, Ed, we don't have a ton of time, but let's just go through the basic rules of the contest, right? So you got the 6-month period from, what are the dates again?
It's going to start March 1st, and I think I'm going to change the end date to the day before Labor Day, because some of us have families and we usually barbecue together on Monday, which is Labor Day. So I think I'm going to do that.
Okay. And this is strict. There's no weights involved in this contest. It's 100%. You need a bump board of some sort, an official bump board,
right,
that has the 90-degree lip angle on the 0.
Correct.
And with clear measurements. And you're going to catch whatever fish, whatever species is out of the list. You're going to lay your fish down, make sure the mouth is closed up against the bump board. Pinch the tail, yes or no?
I mean, yeah, we can pinch the tail. I 100% agree with pinching.
All right, that's how they do it. If you're fishing for keepers in the salt water, you can pinch the tail. So, all right, so you pinch the tail wherever you take a picture of that fish. Clear, it needs to be a good clear picture.
Correct.
Showing the closed mouth on the 0 and the tail pinched on whatever. That's your measurement for that fish.
Yeah.
Right.
No private water.
Yeah, that was
water. All New Jersey public water. Lakes, ponds, river, Delaware River. Also, every angler, when the contest starts, will be issued a number. You can write it on a postcard. You get it tattooed on your forehead. I don't know, entry number 14 or whatever the hell you are. I'm going to issue you a number that's totally different from what you entered at. Could be a 3-digit number, could be a 4-digit number. Write that on a postcard, whatever. Put it on your arm with Sharpie, and that number is going to have to be included in one of the picks to guarantee that the fish was caught after the contest start time. We've done that.
Right. So it's some random number that you're not going to get until the contest starts that needs to be in the picture so that you could prove that it was caught during the time of the contest and not before.
Right. It's going to be overly random, so nobody gets to guess what they are.
No. All right. I mean, this is going to be fun. I mean, it's long. It's basically like a side hustle on the skillful angler.
Correct.
Right. I mean, it's cool. I love it. I love fishing for all these different species. I'm going to be fishing for these species anyway. I'm already in. I already threw my $25 in.
Sir.
It's going to be a blast.
I'm in.
Yes, sir.
The smack talking is encouraged. Bust everyone's balls. It's going to be great. We'll have updates on the show weekly. We'll invite people on if someone takes over a spot on the leaderboard or something, or if someone loses a big fish and they want to tell the story. We'll cover this the whole way through. We'll do it every episode. We'll do a piece of it.
Going to be a shit show. I'm ready.
Are we all going to start not fishing together, and everyone's just going to be sneaking around during the 6 months?
No, I don't give a shit. I'll fish with anyone.
Not me.
I'll fish with anyone as well, but if you're going to ask me to go here and there to like spots that are like sacred grounds, I mean, you can come.
Oh yeah,
as long as I have my machete with me, it's fine. Oh, sorry, Deuce. Oh my God.
Okay, Eddie. I don't know what else to really say about this. It sounds awesome. I can't imagine anyone not wanting to do it. If you don't want to do it, whatever. I don't know what your deal is.
It's just like the shad contest that Dave was talking about. Even if you don't think you can fish enough or well enough to win, even though technically it only takes one cast, but even if you think that you don't have a chance of winning, you're still, I mean, for $25, the amount of prizes that I don't know. It seems silly not to.
For $25, it's worth just being in the raffles, even if you don't fish.
You could be driving home from work and you stop at a pond like Joe Bergen. You catch an 18-inch crappie. Fishes that weird shit. I won't say where.
Let's call Joe Bergen out, too. Where's his entry?
Did he enter?
I don't see him on there yet. Let's go, Bergen.
Oh,
Pony
Bergen.
up.
Come on, Bergen.
Pony up, ninja.
All right. Well, Ed, thanks for stopping by and dropping this info. We're putting everything in as many places as we can. Ed's posting, Mikey K's posting. We're posting. If anyone has any questions, contact Eddie or Mike or Joe or I or the podcast page.
Sign up as soon as possible. The more people that sign up faster, the better it will get. That's the third time I've said it.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Right. It helps get a tally on the money. And if we get enough guys, we'll be able to break down if there's going to be cash for second or just prizes, And
now it's been set in stone that there is going to be a little bonus incentive for whoever does sign up early.
Right.
We'll figure out what that
they're
is.
gonna have better chance at winning the Mikey K drift boat trip.
Yeah,
sure.
Okay. Awesome.
That's starting a contest. I mean, what more do you want? I don't know what else to do.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
Eddie,
man.
thank you so much for coming on, dude.
1776. We the people. Peace out, bro. You're the man.
Yeah, so that's going to keep me from sleeping a lot because there's going to have to be fishing because of that.
Jeez,
the shit talk is going to drive me insane.
Oh, my God. You take everything too personally. You're going to go fucking nuts.
Yes.
I'm just going to fish. I'm just going to fish like normal. The only difference is going to be I'm going to keep my bump board in the truck or in my bag. No difference to me.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Whatever. It would be cool, though. I'd like to be on that wheel. I mean, the guys every month on the wheel are going to have, chances to win shit. And if you're not on the wheel, you're not. So I got to try to catch a fish to get on the wheel.
Catch a decent fish. You could hold on to, third place in a category and get yourself on that wheel.
I like how it's like the 6-month open thing. No, you could do what you want. You could go night fishing. I don't have to worry about rushing to a weigh station. I could just go whenever I want, and if something happens, I could just do it with my phone. I mean, no rush to the boat launch. It's just a different kind of. I always liked this kind of thing more personally, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a chill kind of long contest. You just fish. To me, you're just fishing as you normally would. Right. And when I go fishing, I'm trying to catch the biggest fish possible. I don't know if does anyone go out and just fish and hope they catch small fish? I don't think so. I mean,
Max.
you go out there. By the way, Max got a yellow perch on the skillful angler leaderboard.
did.
It's gone already.
Is it? I thought he was tied with someone.
No, he was tied with Dwayne. Herman beat both of them. They're gone.
Herman? Oh, Mike Herman?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is his first name Mike? I wasn't sure.
I think it's Mike. Yeah, it's Mike.
Yeah, they're gone. They got wiped out already. But
All right,
anyway,
whatever. We'll be back next week. It's too late. It's just too late.
You're done? I mean, you came in half done already anyway. You came in like a ball of shit.
Well, I'm tired. I mean, we just did 2 tournaments. How much more you got?
No, I got nothing.
All right, good. All right, we'll see everyone next week.
Bye now.